at this video. It's American tourists in France using an automatic kiosk in McDonald's. This video is from 3 years ago. Take a look.
I'm not sure what that means. Try meal that stuff. Ooh, what's a McBaguette? We gotta get that.
Oh, it doesn't say what it is.
French fries, wedges, or a salad. Get the medium French fries. And of course we want ketchup. And we want, Coke Zero. I love Coke Zero.
It was a bit goofy. The French McDonald's kiosk's English translation wasn't perfect, but its English was probably better than the English of its junior staff cashier, and it was sort of fun. I mean, who doesn't like clicking on a touch screen? You'll never get your own order wrong, am I right? Now, that video was taken 3 years ago by tourists at a McDonald's in Europe. And now in the United States, McDonald's is trying out something they call Create Your Taste. It's a big touch screen too. It's a system that not only lets you order the normal McDonald's menu, but you can personalize it. Take a look.
So I chose the brioche bun over the bakery bun. The screen, I didn't know what I was doing, and I actually turned off the Angus beef patty by doing that. Which the lady came along later on and fixed that up and made sure that I did get it. Several cheese options, as you can see.
So you can do all sorts of combinations that you couldn't do before McDonald's. Hold the lettuce, double the tomato, give me an extra patty, stuff like that. So really a giant iPhone. I mean, what millennial wouldn't love that? Well, I know some who wouldn't. The millennials who will lose their jobs to these kiosks. I mean, someone who is still in high school, needs some spending money, really doesn't have a lot of skills other than, I don't know, some basic math, maybe. That's who works at McDonald's, I don't know, for 10 bucks an hour. Trouble is, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour, which is all the rage in the United States, and now the NDP of the government of Alberta is doing it too. So all of a sudden, a lot of students who were worth $10 an hour as a cashier and now are not worth $15 an hour that they have to be paid by law. Well, but that kiosk, even if it costs, I don't know, $25,000 each, which I doubt, well, even if it did, that'll pay for itself pretty quickly. And a kiosk doesn't take coffee breaks, doesn't call in sick, doesn't demand overtime pay. So young, unskilled workers are now facing competition at both ends in the United States. Literally tens of millions of illegal immigrants from Mexico and other countries are willing to work for whatever they can get in cash. If it's not cheap Mexican labor, though, now it's high-tech kiosks. So who would support raising a minimum wage that effectively bans starter jobs? See, that's the thing about minimum wage jobs. They're overwhelmingly first jobs. Temporary jobs that you have, part-time jobs, supplemental jobs for people just to get their foot in the door, just to get some experience, get something on their resume, make some spare cash, and in I don't know, 6 months, a year or two, move onwards and upwards to a second job, and then to a third job. But you need that first job before you get your second job. Now, with a $15 minimum wage, though, you might not be able to get that first job because it's just not worth 15 bucks an hour. Who would support such a high minimum wage, especially in weak economic times? Well, obviously kiosk makers would, and Mexican illegal immigrants. Well, big labor unions like it too. Big labor unions like the ones that run Alberta now. Because you see, a $15 minimum wage eliminates cheaper competition from overpriced unions like the ones in Alberta. So if you can price out, if you can make illegal your lower cost competition, as a union boss, you're winning. Now, one day they'll invent kiosks to do what public sector workers do too.
In a hurry? No problem. With a simple tap of the screen, a quick scan, and convenient payment options, you can renew your vehicle's registration within minutes.
Oh, looks like they already have. No chance of those kiosks being brought in by Alberta's NDP, though. Am I right? For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.